Betty's Cooking Channel. Today we are on part 3 of the pre-prep Thanksgiving dinner. So keep watching. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of sumac to the ribs. It's kind of like a lemon taste to the spice. This is it here. And to give it kind of like a sour taste to the ribs. A little onion powder on the front and back. A little onion powder. The first one was garlic powder, about a teaspoon of that on the front and back. I'm going to add a teaspoon of thyme on it. So I'm going to do each one of the ribs this way, but I'm only going to show you one that I do. I'm going to only show you this one. Okay, this is paprika that on the ribs. And you want to kind of pat that in. You want to do both sides of the ribs. And add some basil on the top. Okay, and the last ingredient, I will add in a little instant coffee to the top of it and the bottom. Now I'm going to go ahead and wrap this rib up. That way it's ready to go on the grill. I believe I'm going to be grilling if it doesn't rain on Monday. Now I'm ready to make my cornbread dressing. I'm going to add 1 egg. Okay, now I'm going to add my milk. That's 1.5 cups of milk. And mix that up together. And I have 2 cups of cornmeal. Mix that up well. This is self-rising cornmeal. Okay. And the recipe is really from the package here. So this is the one I use all the time. Sometimes I use the regular cornmeal, and then I add my baking soda and baking powder to it. But this one is really easy. If you buy this product, it only take you a few minutes to make it. Now I'm going to pour in about 4 tablespoons of oil. Really, that's all I need. About 4 tablespoons of oil. Now I'll mix that up. And the recipe calls for sugar, but I don't like my dressing too sweet, so I'm just going to add just a little pinch of stevia. I'm not going to add that much because I don't like my dressing. I don't usually put sugar in my dressing, so just put a little stevia in there. So mix that up. And now I'm going to turn on the eye on the stove to get my pan ready. Alexa, let me know when 25 minutes is up.
25 minutes, starting now.
Okay, that's my beautiful cornbread, and I'm gonna go ahead and mix it with the vegetables that I cooked earlier, that I sautéed earlier. So let me do that and cool off, so I'm gonna cut it so that it's easier for me to crumble and put in this bag, and then I'm gonna put it in the refrigerator. Okay, tomorrow I will be adding some stock to the dressing tomorrow, because right now the stock is really hot. It's still in the Instant Pot, so I will take it out tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead, let me get a bag, a plastic bag. I'm gonna just crumble the bread up in this bag. It smells so good. The bread is so tender and moist. Okay, so you just gonna take it and crumble it up. And I really don't add any white flour at all to my dressing. And it comes out very moist, tasty, and less carbs. Now, this is not a keto dish. This is a non-keto dish. This is a Southern style recipe for cornbread dressing. So it's all gone. I got everything in the bag right now. This is a prep. This is how you prep your food for Thanksgiving. Start on it a couple days before, and that way each day you could do something. You could prep something every day up until Thanksgiving, until the time you get ready to cook it. Because, I mean, if you do it this way, you won't be tired on the day that you're gonna have your dinner party. You'll be very relaxed. See how I'm mixing this with my hand? I'm just mixing all of the vegetables into the dressing, and it really, you could tell the difference because the seasoning is gonna be all the way through this dressing. So now I'm giving you my Southern recipe for my dressing. So now you can make dressing if you don't know how to make dressing, okay? And I tell you, if you try this recipe, they're gonna think you're the best cook around. You're gonna have people inviting themselves over to your house for Thanksgiving. So this is why I decided to do this Thanksgiving prep, so that you'll get an idea how I make my cornbread dressing. So my chicken and stock is still on in the Instant Pot. I will take that out a little bit later and let you see it. See how all the bell peppers and onions are mixed in there? It smelled delicious. So now I'm gonna just take this and place it in the refrigerator. Welcome to Betty's Cooking Channel. This morning I'm making a chocolate cake in a 9x13 pan, like my mother used to make for us when we were growing up. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. This is a non-keto cake. We have family that's coming over today that are not keto, so I'm preparing this for them. This is a really good cake. I'm gonna tell you the ingredients as we go along. I'm trying to get this flour to go through. in this bowl. I have a large mixer over there, but I hardly ever use it. I use it sometimes when I'm making bread. I like making bread in my large mixer I have over there. Okay. See, this is my large mixer I have. I also have a hand mixer that I use sometimes. Of cocoa powder. Three of the 1/3 cup. Add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. There you go. I'm adding two teaspoons of baking soda, baking powder. I added 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of soda. Add 2 cups of sugar. And I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and mix everything together. Still wouldn't know what's wrong with me this morning. I got 1 cup of water. I'm gonna place it in the microwave for 45 seconds. Be back.